So thank you very much, Mr. Craig. Yes, we have pension funds who are long-term investors and pension kind of capital to us. In other words, because we invest in this long-term infrastructure, we need to reach sustainable levels, which is the board. It starts with managing that, and then within their wisdom, there's a policy, dividend policy, and then once those levels are reached, they will declare dividends. So unfortunately, this year there was no dividend, but going forward, we're looking towards getting that sustainability. One of our requirement is to grow because of the infrastructure, and we have demonstrated we are growing. So I think going forward, this will be the case, but it's vested on a board to make that decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned about growing in terms of infrastructure, and you have mentioned already in our interview briefly about the assets already owned by ANIREP.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about those assets, but I'm particularly interested in what ANIREP would be interested in acquiring or perhaps building in the years to come.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have currently among our assets, which we told you about, the 25 megawatts at Kan and Moses Maguire Gareb. We have almost 6 megawatts at Ochorongo and another 6 megawatt almost at Kurfontaine. But we have been expanding on Chorongo. So there's Chorongo phase 2 that we expect to come online with these 2 to 3 months. Yeah, that's about 7 megawatts that's coming there, as well as a 10 megawatt battery. It's actually the first grid connected battery. It was already, technically unveiled in March this year.
Yes.
So now it will be issue of energization. So we're expanding there in Ochorongo in a good way.
That's a BESS.
Yeah, the BESS. Yeah, the battery.
Energy
storage system that is a grid connected. So that is a good news. So the power will be available at a time of choosing for Senorred. It means in the evening to shave their peak, and also maybe in the morning when there's a big higher peak there as well.
Yes.
So we are able to store power there for the first time in the history of our national grid. So we're doing that. In addition to that, there's a project that we acquired last year, in July last year, the 50 megawatt wind in Luderitz, which will be the biggest wind farm in the country. That should come to financial close within a couple of months, and then in September, we'll start construction. We'll look about 24 months to finish that together with China Energy, which is leading wind developer in the world. So we're working with them.
Is that the Dias project?
No, not Dias. That is our project. It's called Serim Luderitz Wind Project, Serim. So it's just going to be south of Dias. It's about 6 megawatt more bigger than Dias. Dias is only 44. It's about 50 megawatts. So that will be coming to line within 2 years of starting construction this September.
Awesome.
So we're looking forward to that on a Q4 of 2028. We should have another 50 megawatts coming of wind, which has got a high capacity factor than solar.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. And then we're also working hard to start with our super farm. We're about 100 megawatts that we want to do at Kokaboom in Ketmansub in stages. So that is also going quite well. So those are the projects that we are looking at. Yeah, there might be more projects that if they're going through our governance system, we announce them to the market. But those are the ones that they already been announced to the market and already that we are working on as a pipeline. Now we're also looking at trying to do more on a rooftop because Namibia is blessed with a lot of sun, but our penetration of rooftop in the country, it doesn't compare at all to our peers with similar kind of radiation, like South Africa or Australia. So we want to put more efforts there so as they can be on demand side. We can manage power at home or at industry levels instead of depending on a grid only. That also helps to curtail our import, which is basically money given to foreign entities.
Yes.
So we want to keep money at home. So we're looking at trying to do that portfolio as well in a strong way.
Awesome, awesome. I look forward to receiving the invitations to those groundbreaking ceremonies.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll be very happy to attend, even if the wind is blowing in Lüderitz like it does.
Yeah.
But I'd like you to share some of your insight with us. How would you describe the renewable energy landscape in Namibia at the moment?
Okay, so it's really happening. So it's exciting time to be a renewable energy company. Given that the country is importing a lot of power, we're told more than 60% of our power is imported. So I think there's a political will
Yes.
to grow it at home, to develop it at home. So for that matter, there is a lot of tenders. There was, NamPower, they issue tenders of more than 120 megawatts that is coming to the market. There is also a lot of mining company that wants to have renewable. So there are a lot of tenders now and then. So, but all be said, we look at really big growth for the country. It's important, especially now with this geopolitical fight over carbon, fossil fuel. It is important for Namibia to make sure that we have our local renewable change into really generation capacity. So we cannot just let the wind blow and the sun shine without harnessing it. So we are quite excited. The industry is really doing great, and we're in the middle of that.
Awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. But as a born and bred Namibian, I have to ask, this development, when we get electricity, will everybody be included, or will it be like everything else in Namibia where some get plenty and most get none?
Okay. So as far as we're concerned, we have I think we are one of the few locally owned and building everything from Namibia. We're 100% Namibian as a registered company, but of course majority owned by the pensioners, as I said. Maybe I can say another 35%, maybe maximum 32% foreign, but the rest is locally, and in all our employees, I think I should say here that we're vertically integrated. So we own Hopes for Africa, which is the biggest EPC contractor in the country. We own Anirep Solar, and this wind like Zephyrus and Neo Green Hydrogen, as well as Nula. So as a group, we have more than 60 people employed. Majority of them, I'll say, more than 95% are Namibians. So, and we're also operating locally, whereby all our service providers are Namibians. So we're quite proud Namibian company. And then those are ESG standard, environment, social and governance issues that we need to comply. And we report as such to both NSX and the public as we grow.
Yeah.
In terms of creating job opportunities, of course, you've created job opportunities for others when you put them in your program for training, and then they went on to find some jobs. But your own company, are you going to employ? Do you have any employees? Are you going to employ people soon, or what is the plan here?
Oh, right now.
Yes.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, even here, I mean, people who working at my town, every day I can contact. Yeah. Today because now we are busy with the house. Yeah, to cleaning the yard, and to cutting the tree, and to make a lot of things. Yeah, that's why now I want to train all 14 legies youth. Yeah. Now it's not easy because now I don't have a sponsor. That's why I'm looking for the sponsor. Yeah. If I'm getting sponsor even from Minister of Education, he say no, we want to sponsor you. We put you on our program to say to buy for you everything and to pay you to train those youth. I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just with my my youth, and we go. Today we are at Window, tomorrow we are at the Gobabis, like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Why don't you restructure your approach? Because when you say sponsorship is such a, maybe find other ways to how to call it. Because sponsorship sounds like free money, but if you say maybe it's a partnership, we partner with the ministry, I do the teaching, you support me with the material support and all these kind of things, then at least it sounds better that way.
Yeah. Even that is good, because if you are, if I'm say in the good way, I'm say assist. Sister, what small any company say, no, we want to assist you with this equipment, or we can assist you with a uniform for the youth if you are, or we can assist you with the certificate. Yeah, no, that's the certificate. It was the problem in the beginning for the project. Because that time I don't have a company. I don't know way to make the certificate. Yeah, sometimes I training the youth. Those my people. Then even as me give you example on town council, he looking for the cleaners. Yeah. Now I'm not qualifying. I don't have the company. I did not get registered. No, those who need a paper so that he can put on CVs. Yeah, that is was a problem. But now I'm okay now, because now my companies I register. I have a stamp.
Yeah, good. And did you apply for finance from the National Youth Development Fund, the one that was created by the new government?
No, I did not. I did not apply because my paper is not done yet.
Your papers were not done that time.
Yes, yeah. That's why I'm just waiting to done now until today. I'm at Windhoek. Yeah.
Well, what papers? The BIPA processes?
Yeah, processes.
Yeah. Okay. You must do these things with speed, my brother. You are missing out on big money.
But no, those that is the big money. You know, as you don't need those money for from 100,000 to 200. No, you just small money. If I'm getting even 60 or 70, then I'm working. Then I paid. Then I'm going to again 150. Yeah. If today I'm go there, then you give me 200,000.
Yeah.
I can't focusing on my work. I'm just focusing on that man.
Yeah. The final question to you, Mr. Kachavivi, is because there are people who are watching you now on this platform and they say, wow, okay. Mr. Kachavivi is doing very well. He didn't go far in school, but he's doing well. He's employing people and all this. He has a company. He's getting tenders to clean. What do you say to those that are listening about the value of education, even if you yourself didn't go too far?
The value for education is you need to know how to write.
Yeah.
How to know how to speak.
Yeah.
Because nowadays you need something in the office. Yeah, sometimes you come at Windhoek and you come to the office. The person working in the office, you don't understand Shwambo. Yeah, you just understand English.
Yeah,
you do your things, but no one who can assist you. Sometimes education is important.
It's important.
Yes, if you get the time, your parent he can pay for your school. Go to school and focus to school. Yeah.
Namibia is a land of movement, with waves that never stop reaching forward. Here, adventure is not something we search for. It is something we are born into. In every corner of this country, creativity rises, from artists, from athletes, from dreamers. And when the world comes to explore Namibia, they discover something extraordinary. Because when sport moves people, creativity moves ideas, and tourism moves the world toward us, something powerful happens. A platform where movement meets imagination, where industries connect, where opportunity grows, where Namibia's next chapter begins. Welcome to the Creative Sport Tourism Expo. Exhibit, partner, experience. Creative Sport Tourism.
Trevor, it is not bad for people to ask questions and to have opinions over civil service appointments, because in a democracy you really want to know these people that are that are appointed.
Yeah.
Are they the right person? Do they have the right qualities? Why is it politicians? Why does it look like they have been rewarded? It's far from it. It's far from it. You know, diplomacy is a mixture of leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a combination of what we call the career diplomats, as well as those that are coming from the outside, like, for example, me. Now, what every Namibian should ask actually is, do they possess the necessary skill? Do they have the necessary quality to be able to represent the interest of Namibia, first of all, in the country that they are sent to, or they are posted to? Do they understand the policies of our country? Do they understand the national priorities of our country? And are they able to articulate these priorities of our country when they outside of the country? These are what we need to look at, and not necessarily where the person comes from. Because at the end of the day, what is required in the sum total of diplomacy is to advance the interest of Namibians. So what Namibians would possibly assess me on is not where I have served. Of course, I have served at the presidency. I was a member of parliament. They should not look at that, but they should look at is trade between Namibia and Malaysia expanded?
Yeah.
Have we attracted investors to Namibia? Have we create jobs for young Namibians? Have we expanded or improved the profile of Namibia internationally? Have we strengthened the relations between Namibia and Malaysia from where I have found it today to 4 years from now? Those are the areas that we need to look at and assess any representative of Namibia that comes in to represent the country in another country, not necessarily from where they are coming to. And this is not a reward.
Yeah.
This is not a reward. It is an extension of what I have done, locally, now internationally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Extension of my work that I was doing here in Namibia.
Yeah.
The same work that I'll be doing in Malaysia internationally. But the sum total, after everything is said and done, we look at what's Namibia represented.
Yeah.
What's the integrity in this ambassador? Did they understand the laws? Did they bring in investment? Did they expand trade between the two countries? That should be the assessment that I should be assessed with, and not where I come from.
Absolutely. I agree with that. One of the things that I find difficult to accept as a citizen is that we have representation in these massive economies. Malaysia is a very big economy. So when I look at our postings, for example, with China, in London, but China in particular, and perhaps the whole of Asia, because Asia has a very interesting and very beautiful development story to tell. Because they used to be a very poor continent, almost like Africa. But over the past decades, they have really done a lot to bring themselves at a very good level. Yes. Are we going to emulate their development model, or so to say? How did a country like Malaysia, which was struggling just not too long ago, how did they reach where they are today? So that we can replicate the same model here.
It's true that Asia has expanded over the past 30, 50 years beyond anybody's expectation, because they were equally as poor as Africa, as you're rightfully mentioning. We do not want to emulate a model and make it a cut and paste thing, because jurisdictions differ, politics differ, leadership differ, and economies differ. That's why Namibia will not grab a model from any individual country and paste it into our system. It will not work. It will not work. What we will do is to look at what worked and how are we going to take what has worked in, for example, Malaysia, and we bring it into our reality. We bring it into our the national priorities. You know, we talk about agriculture, we talk about value addition, we talk how do we bring that in, and what are the strengths of Malaysia? For example, we look at Malaysia's strength is education. Education, both academically and technically. And I have mentioned at the beginning that an educated workforce can amount to so much in a country. A country as small in population like ours needs to invest in education in order to have an educated workforce. Once you have an educated workforce, it will be easy for us to drill our own well. You know, it will be easy to establish our own industries. It will be easy to establish manufacturing plants because we know how to do it. So that is one area that one can possibly look at and say, Malaysia has succeeded in this area. We are also going to take that and implement in Namibia. So we will have a whole exchange of educational institutions, UNAM, NAST, and all the other educational institutions can go to Malaysia, see what has been done in the area of education. And Malaysia can also come and say, this is, if you implement this is possibly how you will go right. You know. The second is that they have a very robust industry. Because first of all, they have an educated workforce. This educated workforce has seen to it that industries are created. So that is one area that I will also want to look at. How do we go about?
Absolutely.